Yeah, for me, I also think about art as, a stamp that we were here, and as Black people particularly, our history, whether you look at Africa, the way that African history, most of it is in museums in Europe, even as we speak, there are heads of African kings and queens that are in museums in Europe, that African leaders are being told blatantly that you can't have the heads of your tribal kings and queens, and you can't be told why, And a lot of African countries, especially the Francophone African countries, are still paying, most of their money is still being deposited in France, So I feel that art is a very important way of us saying that this is what we saw while we were here. And so the next generation of youth can read our books, can listen to our music, can listen to our poetry. That's why when I walked in here, and the first thing that Solmas told me was that you need to get my mother's book, And her mom is an incredible leader, Dr. Joy Hardiman, here in this region and also in Africa. And so, while I'm speaking, I have my own book that I've written that documents the story of One Vibe, Wow. So I don't need to explain to someone in Japan that this is what One Vibe did. You can go to any platform and learn about it. But the story of One Vibe is not in isolation. If you read the book, you'll find Jonathan's story and his own perspective about One Vibe. So what Common Good is doing today by bringing our community together in order for us to have this conversation is also a stamp, and so I feel that it's very important that we consistently bring people together so that we can create a community stamp, that this is what we did together as a community. Yeah. Well, this book is called Rooted in Love, and this book has pictures about Seattle, pictures about Kenya, and there's an essay, which is a fictional story in the book about a girl that benefited from the work of One Vibe Africa, the organization I founded. There are also stories from the village, stories from leaders like Jonathan who have seen One Vibe grow and what the work One Vibe has been doing. Some of the people featured on the book are like Rocky Dauni, who is actually the son of one of the oldest Ghanaian chiefs, but he's also a Grammy Award-winning artist, and he has performed at Madaraka Festival. So it's a story also that has something to do with Wanawari. Yirim Sek, who is, one of the grandsons of, the original owners of this house that we're sitting in, went to Kenya with me, and his story is also in this book, and so this story for me, it's about the village, just bringing different, stories of people who have been involved in helping me grow One Vibe together, but to share that, like the mosquito, we can all have an impact, Yeah. Amazon. Okay. Yeah. The book is actually, it's actually already a bestseller on Amazon.
Oh, so we don't need to get it.
It's so hard. But listen. This book was so hard to make. It took 6 years for me to pull this together. And it's also through the work Jonathan is doing that I was able to get the funding to work on this book. So it's not easy for Black people to even make books. That's why we don't write, So for me, I'm just encouraging others to find people in the village that can support them so that they can do this type of work. But also getting it to Amazon bestseller is not easy, and it's hard to keep it there. So the book is out on March 7th. And it's out on March 7th. It's on pre-sale right now.
Oh, you didn't say that.
So I would love for you guys to go to Amazon and get the ebook. It's just $5.99, and you can also pre-order the actual book. I'm looking for speaking engagements. I'm doing this full time. I'm no longer doing 9 to 5 and One Vibe.
Come on.
I'm doing One Vibe and One Vibe Media full time. I'm hustling full time.
Come on.
So if you want a copy and you're here, I'll sign it there too. Yeah, I have a few copies for those who are here.
Yes.
I love it. Oh, you brought a couple of copies with you?
Couple of copies.
Come on, I want one, so you have minus
I
one
will.
of however many that you brought. You have minus one.